they had told me they had a boy. So we were down in the basement, and I raced Brother Robinson. He had an alligator down there. It's a little alligator. He had a mouthful just like this. And he put some candy in there. And he told them boys, the boy, you know how children, they mess with everything and look around. So the little boy went over there and messed with the alligator. Brother Robinson was down there. And when he go in there to get that candy out of there, the alligator gonna shut him out. Like that. And when that little boy went over there and met with the alligator trying to get that candy out of the alligator's mouth, them boys jumped back like that. And Brother Robinson laughed so hard. He would never forget that. And then the boy just kept, for the whole meeting, they kept telling him, remember that candy, want to stop that, kind of beat that out of there. And Brother Robinson laughed about that so hard. And one thing now, when he got down and we did, I see him, I think I see him somewhere he got kind of sick like. And I would bring that up to him. I said, Brother Robinson, remember the alligator? When I said alligator, he just laughed so hard. But I thank God for Sister Robinson. I thank God for Brother Robinson. I love him. Brother Robinson, you know, even when he come in the house, he just like Sister Robinson. He wasn't ready in. I used to tell him all the time. I said, Sister Robinson, I get about the house now. I need you, Brother Robinson, to come on down there and fix it. And when I I just teasing them. And I know they will, but when I was down over the house one day, and I wanted to learn how to do so, Brother Robinson, Sister Robinson, here's the book. You tell me why I found that book. Found a place you can learn how to do that, learn how to do that. But I thank God for Brother Robinson, Sister Robinson. Hold a little crowd, love so much, y'all.
I too would like to thank God for the Robinson family. Sister Robinson, I've known them since around the early 70s, somewhere in 77, 78, when they would come to my house during the fellowship meeting, and I would keep them, and I knew the king and the queen was coming, and I had to get busy cleaning. I cleaned from top to bottom, because I knew they were coming. And I thank God for the years that we spent together, and they would come. And like everybody have said, they come to your house. I bought this little house, and the only reason Brother Robinson didn't do something because he didn't have the tool. He said, this needs fixing and that needs fixing, but the only reason he didn't do it because he didn't have the tool. But I thank God for the time that we were able to spend together, and like everyone said, they're just like glue. They stuck together. I said, well, Sister Robinson, I'd asked her many times, are you coming early? She said, no, Brother Robinson got to work. So I won't be coming until he gets off work. So she's stuck right there with Brother Robinson. And I just appreciated that so much. And the times we spent together were so wonderful. Never an argument. And he'd always call, wife, where are you? And it was just so wonderful just to be in their home. Sometimes I would come off times. You know, when you come during the meeting, they're so busy, it's hard to get to know people. But when you come to the city off times, and you can get with them and watch them and see them and observe them. They were just a loving couple. They washed the car together. You know, it wasn't just the man out there washing the car, but Sister Robinson right there washing the car. You know, it was just time that we just enjoyed. And this last visit that I had with him was so blessed. I came in October. When he first got sick, I couldn't come. My finances wouldn't allow me to come. I couldn't get a car. I couldn't get nobody to bring me. But I wanted to come and help take care of Brother Robinson. But I couldn't get here. But as soon as God blessed me with some wheels, I was on the road. And I came down here to see Brother Robinson. And we were there in the home just enjoying one another. I had breakfast together and laughing and talking. He was just a wonderful person. And that laugh he had, you know, whatever he was saying was just so funny. But anyway, we were getting ready. I spent the night with him, and the next morning, we got up, had breakfast and everything. Sister Robinson and I had already discussed it. We was going over to see Brother Beard. And evidently, he must have heard us. So Brother Robinson, he got dressed, and we were all just sitting around. So finally, we were up getting our coats and things, and I saw Brother Robinson And so Sister Nene said, "You're not leaving him here. That car leaving, he's leaving with you." But we had to get Brother Robinson ready and pack him in the car and take him with us. He was not letting us leave without him. But he was just a wonderful, wonderful person, and I just enjoy him so much and just appreciated him so much down through the years. And he was my buddy. That was my friend. He was a friend. And I lost another friend, but he was a friend. I love Brother Robinson to the death. And I appreciate Sister Robinson so very much, so very much. When I would embrace her, I would embrace him too. I'd give him a kiss too. I love him just that much. Pray for you, sister. Love you very much.
Thank you for being here, Robinson family. I just wanted to kind of share this a little bit as we were growing up as kids. I was very thankful to have Church of God parents because we did come to Springfield meeting. And I remember all the times we come to Springfield meeting that for some odd reason we would always get placed with Sister Mobley because she had all the girls, and then we'll get placed with the Webb family. And so one year we just happened to get placed with the Robinson family, and I was real happy to get placed with them because I knew this time I get the chance to go and play with Nathan. Nathan had all the cool stuff. The thing that I remember the most is one day when we did get the chance to stay with him, Brother Robinson had this fish tank that was downstairs. Big fish tank with the most beautiful fish in it. And so he would come past as he was getting the saints and stuff prepared. He'll walk past and he'll just come up, "Oh, you want to hear some fish food?" And he'll let us as kids, we was eating these pretty beautiful fish, and he was teaching us some things too as we were learning. And I was so appreciative of being there just to be able to be at the Robinson's house and be able to play with Nathan and to grow up with him, and we developed a bond for 20, 30, almost 30 some years now. And so I'm so appreciative of that. And I just, before I close, I want to say that even not since I've been saved, I appreciate the zeal of Brother Robinson because I've been going to a lot of meetings making up for the time that I lost. But it's just for some odd reason, every single meeting that I went to, Brother Robinson was right there. Even though he was going through his condition, he was right there. And I appreciate the Robinsons. I appreciate y'all. Every time I see Sister Robinson, she always give me a word of encouragement, something towards me or towards one of my family members. So I appreciate y'all. God bless. Amen.
Truly, I want to give God thanks for the Springfield congregation, Sister Robinson and the family. I'm just sitting there and listening to all those wonderful things that's being said about Brother and Sister Robinson. One thing for sure, I remember, well, there's more than one, but they was just like glue. They were stuck together. And I thought about that a number of times, husband and wife working together, helping one another. And as Sister Falls mentioned about a large family, I remember how that we came here, we didn't have very much during the fellowship meeting time, how that we was always placed in Brother and Sister Robinson's home. And that was such a blessing. Brother Robinson and Sister Robinson, they never changed. It was always the same. And I remember we had a little work done to our home there in Jackson. We had a room added on, a bathroom added on. And I was so excited that one year that I was able to have Brother and Sister Robinson in our home. So often we wanted to have them, but we didn't have the facilities like we wanted to for them. So the Lord blessed us and we were able to get our home fixed up for this room for Brother and Sister Robinson. That was such an excitement to me. Sister Robinson, appreciate Brother Robinson. He was such an encouragement. He always had something encouraging to say to you. And I know that you're going to miss him, and we all going to miss him. And when Brother Ron mentioned about he had passed away, I sat there in my seat. I just like something just happened to me. I just felt like crying, and I had been praying earnestly. And when I saw him down in Birmingham, he seemed like doing so well. felt like my prayers were being answered. And when Brother Ron came, he said it so solemnly. Brother Robinson passed 8 o'clock or so that night. I sat there in my seat. I didn't really know what to do. I felt like crying. I really did. But I know God knows what's best. God knows. He makes no mistakes. He left a legacy for us. Amen. A mighty man. I remember many times I would go there to the book store department there, and he always had something encouraging to say. Maybe even tell you about a good book. So God bless you. We're praying for you. We appreciate every moment that we was in your home with our large family, Sister Robinson, Brother Robinson. They didn't tell us they're preparing breakfast here at the church for the families. They did it for us. And we had all those children. And I thank God for that, Sister Robinson. God bless you. And we're praying for you and the family.
I feel remiss if I didn't say something this morning concerning Brother Robinson. You know, I came to the congregation a stranger, not knowing anyone here, but I thank the Lord. My first and most precious memories are meeting the Robinsons. And I really knew that the love of God is shed abroad in their hearts by the Holy Ghost. I felt that love, felt the love. I think more than anything, they helped draw me to the saints and draw me to this wonderful salvation. So I really appreciate Brother Robinson and Sister Juanita. I mean, that closeness that you saw, something I had never seen before. And this is what the Lord was talking about, you know, when a couple would come together. This is what God ordained for man. And they were such an encouragement to me. I just want a couple of things that I always remember in my mind when I first, I don't even remember what had happened that day, but for some reason I went to the Robinsons' house. I hadn't been saved very long. I know it was during the summer. It was during the camp meeting at Mount Tabor. We were moving back and forth or something between the campground and come to their house. And I saw Nathan. I don't know how many know. Nathan was a little fella. He had this terrible accident, I guess, with a bicycle, and just ripped his heel open. It was just down to the tendon almost. I mean, it was just looking bad. And I looked at that and I said, Lord, I mean, what have I gotten myself into? But then I saw Brother and Sister Robinson come together and pray for him. I saw their faith in God, and I saw that they loved God, and you know, it inspired my faith. You know, Lord, this is what I want. I want to live a godly life. I looked on their godly life and saw that they could get a prayer through to God, and my heart was inspired. So I appreciate the Robinsons. They've taught me a lot too. Maybe, you know, sometimes maybe from a distance, and sometimes close up. But they have really been a blessing to me. Sister Juanita just loves you, loves Brother Robinson, and like some others, you know, when I bought my house, Brother and Sister Robinson are right there for me. They are faithful in financial matters, faithful in teaching those things too, those things that we need to know. They have been faithful to me, and I want to thank Brother Rob and Sister Juanita. They were faithful to me in a terrible time of illness some years back. They were right there for me. God knows that what I needed, and He supplied that in the Robinsons. I appreciate that. Never, you know, had a dad myself, but I'm like Brother Samuel. I think Father Brother Robinson in those terms. They were faithful to me. Just appreciate all that Sister Juanita and Brother Robin have done for us. We can all, I think, you know, everyone here can tell a story of how they came to their rescue. Sister Juanita came to my rescue and painted my kitchen in an apartment one time when I had a fire. Robin, they were right there for me, always. Faithful saints of God, and we just appreciate that. And I think about Brother Robin and his zeal for souls, and even when he got down sick, I remember one day at the services, it seemed like we were talking about, you know, outreach and getting out. Brother Robin was there weeping because he couldn't get out like he once could. But he's inspired my heart. I want to do my part and be what I should be. And I just appreciate you, Sister Robinson. Just appreciate Brother Robinson. The whole family. Made me feel welcome. So we're just praying for you. Just praying that the Lord would just bless and uphold you. And we just want to follow Brother Robinson's footsteps. We want to be what we should be also.
Not dressed properly. about friends, I've had sisters, and never a friend like Sister Nina. That is the best friend. I was lying to her. She has been the best friend I could ever ask for. In many years, we've been friends over 30-something years, and no disagreements. When we come to a place where it's difficult to, we just let it go, and we stay friends. And I appreciate her family, every one of them. There were certain ones in her family, if somebody got on them and said, talk about him. It may not be right, but he's mine. She had the same attitude toward certain mine, and I'd start talking about him. She said, can't do that. Brother Robin's been a wonderful person. I enjoyed working with him on a paper. I look forward to that. We had such a good time doing those papers. That was his passion. We went on a trip together. We had a wonderful time together. The times that I have been with Sister Needy, it has been wonderful with she and her husband. They are a perfect couple. They just hand in glove. They're a perfect Church of God couple. They have been the right example. Every time I was over there, whenever we were together, nothing did I see. So I just want to let her know you're still my best friend. And always will be. And pray for the family, all the children. I love them, every one of them, the grandchildren, all their like mine. So just remember me and pray for me. I'm sorry about my appearance.
That was my mother.
First of all, I'd like to thank you for being here. And I've known the Robinsons about 25 years, and I thank God for him introducing me to them. Now, my brother Bob used to be here a lot, and he used to come home and talk about Andy and Uncle Robin. What are you talking about? So I finally came to Springfield, and I was introducing them, and they're like my parents. They've done so much for me and given me counsel over the years. When I was single, I bought a house here, a rental property. And I didn't realize that the houses were so much less expensive than they were in New Jersey. So I told Andy, I said, I want to purchase a home, so would you help me? So they agreed to do that. One day I got a call, Rob, we found a house for you. I said, oh, really? What's it like? So they told me what it was like, and I said, okay, I'll come and see it. Well, they did the closing, they went to the closing for me, and I came here, and I walked in that house, and I said, oh my goodness, what have I gotten myself into? That thing was just such a mess. I said, are you serious? Wait a minute, I gave you my money. To buy a home, and they buy this thing. So when I said, okay, I'll let you go through it. When I came back a couple months later, that house was totally transformed. I said, are you sure this is the same house that you lived in a few months prior? They said, yeah. I said, now come on. You can't be serious. But I walked in that house and my mouth was dropped. I just couldn't believe it. I mean, it had been, I don't know, it looked like it had been smoke damage or whatever it was inside. I don't know if there had been a fire, but I think somebody had been smoking in the house, and it was just a pure mess. But when they did their job, it was just a totally different house. I told people I just wish I had taken 4 pictures. But I would bring the Saints over when I would come to Springfield, like, you have to come see this house. It was really great. And the Robinsons did, I give them credit for that. And I appreciate them in other ways too. One in particular, our nephew, Brother Otis, we brought him here to go to Wilberforce University. And he had just been recently saved. And I in a way, I feel bad about doing this. I told him, I said, now, Otis is going to be going to school. And so when he has breaks, can he come see you? When he comes to church, whatever, could he come see you? Well, actually, I think what I did, I dumped him on her. And in a way, I'm glad I did that because it was a blessing to him. It really was. He lived with them for quite some time. Then he purchased his own house, and they transformed that also. But I appreciate the fact that the Robinsons were able to take young lives and teach them the ways of righteousness. To instill in young men in particular how to treat their wives, prepare them for marriage. And once they did get married, to give them the counseling that they need. I love them a lot. I appreciate them. I love Anthony dearly. Brother Robinson, oh my goodness, he was just too much. He was just absolutely too much. I know that when he was sick earlier this year, I called him, and his daughter told me that, asked me, did I want to speak to him? I said, what? What do you mean speak to him? He can talk, or whatever, And he got on the phone, he was just so clear. And I was so thankful to that because just like everybody else, I was praying and fasting for him. And I'm so glad to have had him in my life that, he's been such a great example to me and to my husband. And we really do appreciate all that you've done for us. We love you dearly. And I noticed that when I was over at the house on Friday night, I was just watching Nathan. Nathan is just like him. Talks like him, laughs like him, looks like him, everything. So you will always have a memory of him.
I don't have a lot of experience with Brother Robinson except for the Pina Colada. I really miss the Pina Colada at night time. I just mentioned it to my sister last night. I said, I wonder if he passed on that recipe to someone. I said, because they didn't have it last year, and they didn't have it this year. But I really do appreciate Sister Robinson. My last time, just observing, like Sister Coretta was saying, not doing the meeting, but was at the graduation that they had, and he was standing still, using his camera, videotaping the students graduating. I asked Sister Robinson, I bought a house last year, and I said, I have a room for you. You don't have to use no steps, because I don't want any steps. And I want you all to stay with me. I even went through the expense of getting Kelly air mattress, queen size air mattress high enough so that she can be comfortable, because she has always been with them. And Kelly, to me, I understand that Brother Robinson will say that you are a daughter, and for what I observe of you, that's what you have been. I have seen you are not a daughter-in-law. I wouldn't even put you as a daughter-in-law. I didn't make room for you, Brother Tony. I'm sorry. But I'm sure you could fit on the queen size. My idea was for Brother and Sister Robinson, and I was disappointed they didn't stay with me, but I still have made preparation. I have the room, bathroom, everything for them, and just went out. At first I bought it was a twin set, and I'm like, no, I want her to be comfortable. Thinking of Kelly, I wanted her to be comfortable. I didn't want her to be laying low. And I have a room next door where you just open the door, because I know she helped them out a lot. So I said, well, this will be for Kelly, and this will be for the Robinsons, and that way she needs to go in and help, and she has that. And I love Cheesecake Factory. I just went with Robin, and one of your granddaughters, I met one of your granddaughters, and just to hear the love and the tenderness for her papa, that's how she expressed it. She said something to Sister Robin about her papa, and I thought that was so sweet. Even your son-in-law, when Donica and I got stuck, we know how to get out of the driveway, out of the parking lot for Sister Robin's job. I saw this guy, he looks like Mr. Willis' relative. And I'm like, Donica, let's flag him down so he can help us. But we couldn't seem to move fast enough, so I said, well, let me out so I can get him. But he said he thought we were just saying Merry Christmas, so that's why he but anyway, we don't know how to get out, we trying to get out, we don't know how to get out. But he helped us, and I just appreciate that, because, it's not only you, but it's with them. And Sister Robinson, she always said, te amo mucho, and which means I love you much. And I say back to her, and I told Robin, it looked like she's in good spirit, because she said, te amo mucho. So I just appreciate my relationship with you, Sister Robinson. Like I said, I didn't have a lot with Brother Robinson, but I know you were one, and I'm sorry you didn't come and stay with me because you wanted to be with the Walkers. That's okay. I'll take it. So just want to let you know that I love you, and Kelly, thank you for your perfect example to me that, that daughter that you were to the Robinsons. I just think it was just beautiful. I told you yesterday you were a trooper, meaning that you were there, and that's what you mean. So I just want you to know that I appreciate you and appreciate the Robinson family. I don't know all of you, but I know Sister Needy, who I called for Mother's Day. I didn't have a voice this year. I said, Robin, please tell all my friends Happy Mother's Day. I texted her because I couldn't speak. I didn't have a voice, but it was a pleasure, and I thank you so much. Take care. And hopefully the recipe will continue because I do want some pina colada.
He gave me that recipe, but I tried it, and it didn't taste like his. I abandoned the effort.
I have very fond memories of Brother Robinson, and I'm really good friends with most of his family. I mean, that I know. Me and Brother Tony are real close and real tight, and his sons are like brothers to me. And he's just a very intriguing person to have met in my entire life. He was just one of those people that just stood out. I remember when I met him, I had like a FUBU jersey on, some baggy pants, and like an afro, and I was sitting on the Mobley stairs, and this guy was walking down the street with the Bible. To me, it was kind of random, and he saw me over there sitting on the stairs, and that was the first time that anybody had really sat down with me and talked directly about me, individually about my soul. And he was talking the whole burning lake of fire, hellfire. It was a bit much to take in. I remember saying, this guy's crazy. I didn't know anything about, living free from sin or, because, I was always taught that, Jesus forgave everything, But I was very fond of him. The Sister Needy, I love you very much. I just love, the example they set as a couple. There were those people that no matter where you are, they will go grab you to make sure that you knew that they were saying hello to you. Miss Kelly, all of you. I love all of you, and I'm thankful for Brother Robinson. My fondest memory of him is Otis's bachelor party, bachelor gathering. We were at the center, and it was kind of like a potluck, so everybody was bringing stuff in. And everybody's giving Otis some serious advice about getting married, and it was very intense and everything. And they're eating, and Brother Robinson said, "Who made these beans? These are no big beans. These are sugar beans." I remember I was sitting with Jonathan. Me and Jonathan Johnson were sitting together, and we looked over, and Brother Charles was eating the beans, and Brother Charles was real serious, like he might have made them. And we were like, yeah, he made those beans. So time goes by, and he went on this tangent, and Chris was over there with me too. We're just laughing, and then he's going off again, and